From weekday lunches to casual picnics and elegant bridal showers, pasta salads always tempt for seconds, and there are infinite pastabilities when it comes to pasta salad variations. That was a line from our friend Elena Davis. She's here sharing her guide to making the perfect pasta salad every time. Pastabilities?
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, there's just so many, and this is the time of year to do it.
So we look at chefs and cooks like you who are kind of winging it in the kitchen, right? A dash of this or a handful of that. And you say with the right formula, we all can do that when it comes to pasta salad.
Yes, so here you go. This is a formula you're gonna wanna write down. Don't worry, it's on the blog. So it's 1 pound of pasta.
Okay.
So typically 1 package. 6 cups of main ingredients. Now, main ingredients include vegetables, proteins, and cheeses. So all together combined will be 6 cups. If you don't want to do 6 different ingredients, you could do 2 cups of one thing like tomatoes.
Okay.
And then you need about a 1/2 cup of unique flavors. Oh. So this is something like spiced salami or peperoncini that have a little bit of a spice. So something that you want in there, but oh my gosh, you don't want it to overwhelm the salad, right?
Right.
So there's that. And then there's a few add-ons. Could be nuts like pine nuts or a little lemon zest. And you want about 3 tablespoons of that. That could also include herbs.
All right, let me run the math. 1 pound of pasta.
Yes.
6 cups of basic ingredients, so the cheese or the meat or the vegetables. Total of 6 cups, whatever variation I want there.
Yes.
Then I want a 1/2 cup.
Yes.
Of special ingredients.
Yes.
And then 2 to 3 add-ins.
3 tablespoons of add-ins at the top.
3 tablespoons on top.
Yes.
And I have a perfectly flavor proportioned pasta salad.
So you could do it Asian style, you can do it Mexican style, you could do kind of whatever you want. But today, of course, we're gonna do Italian style.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Show us what you're building.
Okay, so we are starting with a tortellini pasta salad.
1 pound.
Yes, 1 pound. Now you can use any kind of short pasta that you want is what I recommend for making pasta salad, okay? Typically you don't use spaghetti or long pasta for pasta salad. You want it all to be bite-sized, okay? So no rinsing pasta. Surprise, surprise, I'm not doing it in pasta salad either. What I did was I tossed a little bit, a 1/2 cup of the homemade vinaigrette with the hot pasta. Now it's cooled, so when I add all my fresh ingredients, they're all not gonna wilt, but the pasta has been marinating in the dressing.
So the noodles themselves have a flavor
so
or a taste.
they already have a flavor.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's how we start, and now we're just gonna build, and we're gonna start. So we're going to do some olives, okay? This could count as unique flavors, or it could count as veggies. We have some fresh cherry tomatoes.
Okay.
We have some bell peppers. Again, I like it to be colorful, so I'm just kind of changing up the colors here. You'll see you'll have a pretty variety when you're done. Onions could be a unique flavor as well, right? You don't want like too many of those. And then, oh my gosh, bocconcini, these are my favorite.
I was sneaking some samples during
Yes,
the
and I've cut everything to be just about the same size, so doesn't that just look pretty just as it is like that?
Gorgeous.
So now, I'm going to finish it off with a homemade vinaigrette, which is so easy to make. You can also buy store-bought, no judgments here. But this vinaigrette just comes together in this mason jar. So what you see me pouring out here is what I made it in. I dumped everything in here. You give it a good shake. Today I added some herbs. This recipe doesn't have herbs. It has herbs as optional, so you can add that.
Okay.
So
I
now
think that was a generous amount of vinaigrette too.
It is. So I add a little bit extra because you want your pasta salad typically to sit for a few hours in the fridge before you serve it, so it kind of marinades a little bit like a meat or something like that, because you want all the flavors to really infuse. So at first you might think, oh my gosh, that's a lot.
It felt like a lot.
So it's a 1.5 cups total. The 1/2 cup you use at first to marinate the pasta.
Right.
And then you add the rest afterwards.
Okay, but it'll soak it up.
It will soak it up, and it will be great. And so
Look at this
now
magic.
we are just stirring.
Look at this magic.
Combining it all together. And if you've been paying attention, I have still to add 2 things. And those are my add-ons. So I am just mixing, mixing, mixing.
Add-ons go on top,
yes,
top.
They go on top. And you can add, in fact, I kind of recommend doing that after the pasta salad sits and marinades, but I'll just show you what it will look like. So today we're just doing some fresh basil. You could do, I have some parsley or even chives, depending on what theme you're going with.
Here
Add a
comes
little bit
summer
of
eating at its
lemon.
best.
Yes, al fresco eating. Let's eat outside. And here's some pine nuts just to add a little bit of a crunch.
Delicious.
A little bit of a crunch factor here.
Delicious.
Sometimes I go a little over the top with it, but you get the gist. And the best thing is it's totally customizable with this formula. This recipe is already done for you if you want to find it on my website, cucinabyelena.com. On Instagram, I'm always sharing tips and tricks for pasta and recipes, all the things. So you can find it all there.
Cucina by Elena is where you want to go to get this recipe and many more. I'm so grateful, though. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I love a good formula that allows me to get a little playful.
Yes.
In this case, in the kitchen with whatever pasta salad that we're serving up.
So now you know what to throw together.
I'm going to be thinking of you every time I do.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Look
You're
for the link to
welcome.
her website from ours, too. We'll make it easy to connect.